Welcome to cityprepradio.com, the home for all local sports updates, interviews, and much more. Now, here's your two hosts, Dakari Box and Jeff Moore.
Hello, welcome back to City Prep Radio. I'm sitting here with Jeff as he's text messaging.
I'm not texting anybody. I'm just putting it out on Facebook for everybody to tune in, you goober.
He was supposed to tell everybody we're here, and he just texted me. That's why they say don't text and drive. It's a perfect example. Don't text and do radio either.
I don't really recommend texting and doing anything, really.
Definitely. Well, welcome back to another week of City Prep Radio. A lot of schools have been dealing with spring break, and I know DPS is on spring break this week. Aurora was last week.
Yeah, we were out last week.
You guys were out up there in Fort Morgan. Yeah, it's a great town to be in. Great sports environment all over.
I know.
It's a lot of things going on in sports, you know, with high school sports and spring sports going on taking place right now, and winter sports finishing up. There's a lot of follow-up that, you know, takes place with a lot of all-state teams, and CHASA introduced those the past week, you know, with the all-state teams for basketball, hockey. So we're going to read off a few of those today. They have the girls basketball, boys basketball. They have girls swimming, wrestling, skiing, for those that don't know. So it'll be interesting to see who's on that. We probably know a few of them out there out of the city. Congratulations to all the young men and women that did make the all-state team. That's a great honor. That's something that will always be on the record books forever, right, Jeff?
That's pretty special.
Yeah, so the all-state team they are, and then they have players of the year, second team all-state, third team all-state. So, you know, those are great honors, you know, when you definitely playing a sport and, you know, just to even be recognized as one of the best at your position, you know.
We had an academic all-state player on our team. His name's Wes Anderson. I'll give a shout-out.
Shout out to Wes Anderson.
Wesley Anderson.
That's
he also
sweet,
plays
man.
first base on our baseball team. And he was a all-state, first-team all-state academic.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, as
that's
they always say,
excellent
why
there.
are we here? We're here for academics and athletics.
Well, that's a student athlete,
That
right?
is him. He is a very good ball player. He's going to go to – he's got two or three choices. He could Concordia, York, or Hastings College up in Nebraska, I believe. So he's kind of giving –
What is he leaning
schools.
to right now?
I think Hastings.
Okay.
I think. But
is it because it's closer, or do you think
it's It's about 4 hours from Fort Morgan, but the issue is the opportunity to play right away.
Right.
As a freshman, play basketball and baseball. So
he's a two-sport athlete.
Yeah, he'll get an opportunity to play both sports. He has he's 6'4", size 16 shoes. Yes.
Who's feeding him?
I told him he'd be a foot taller if his foot didn't go so
right.
long. But he's 6'4" and little lefty. And it's funny, this kid,
Lucky lefty.
He swings the bat left-handed, throws right-handed. Shoots a basketball left-handed. So he is goofy. He's all over the place.
He sounds like my daughter. He doesn't know what he wants to be.
Is that right?
That's what she says all the time.
She doesn't know which hand to use?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good problem in basketball.
It is, I guess, but it's like then sometimes it gets confusing. Like, you know what? You go right. Just go right. So
because that's easy for you to show her.
It's right. But, I mean, she shoots with her right, and she wants to write with her left, and then it's like, Ariel, get it together. But it's, you know, it's cool to have them like that. You know, you never know.
Ambidextrous.
Right.
Ambidextrous, I guess, is how normal people
So are you
say
coaching him? What are you doing with him?
Yeah,
Are you his pitching coach?
I'm a pitching coach. I've taught him how to throw ball 8, ball 12, ball 16.
Well, we got a lot of interesting subjects to bring up with, you know, just in general with, you know, preps in college. There's a lot of transition taking place up there.
Right.
We'll be talking about that today. We have a few good guests coming on to the show. They'll be talking with us about what they're doing in the community, their special projects as they get on. Before we move forward, I want to give thanks to our sponsor, Best Car Buys. Best Car Buys is the home of the 99 cent down. When you're looking for a vehicle, go over there to Best Car Buys on West Alameda. They would love to help you out. They help you rebuild your credit. They help you get everything back in line so you can be financially successful with your credit in. And then they'll help you get into a vehicle too. Go down there and ask for Johnny. They have a great deal running. fun, and they will match up to $500 down on a new vehicle for you. And if you mention City Prep Radio, you'll get an additional $200, which will equal out to $1,400 down for you over at Best Car Buys. Contact Best Car Buys today or go down on West Alameda today or Monday and check them out. Ask for Johnny, tell them City Prep Radio sent you, and get a great deal. Now, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
What did you do for spring break, man?
I did a lot of napping.
Nothing wrong with that.
I went to the gym every day and did a lot of stuff around the house. Just cleaning up.
Now,
just stuff that gets overlooked when you're not.
Now, for you, it's baseball season. I remember baseball. I played baseball. Like I said, when I stepped out to a diamond 2 weeks ago, it was kind of just good looking at the sport again and just seeing it. It's a fun sport. For yourself this time of the season, I mean, Rockies had our opening day yesterday.
Yeah,
downtown
nice win, 12-2. It was crazy downtown.
Big win and crazy downtown. And so, you love to see that atmosphere change. Colorado is one of the largest sports meccas in the West now.
Yeah, you don't want to get me started on the Rockies.
Hey, they might not be doing well, but go out and enjoy them. It's a way to get outdoors. It's a way to enjoy some baseball.
It's early in the year. That's not my issue with them. It's a great atmosphere. What is they got the party deck.
What is it? This is your platform. Air it out.
Okay. My biggest issue with the Rockies, other than being so very concerned about the purse strings, and this is a direct byproduct of that, is talent evaluation.
Okay.
Every team in their minor league system has an ace or an upcoming guy. This guy that's going to be the guy. Well, 2 years ago they didn't have that. That's when they jumped out with that piggyback system.
Got you. Yeah, where they're pitching and doing that.
They don't develop their talent. They don't evaluate their talent well enough. I know I'm going to make some people mad, and that ultimately that's okay. But the deal is when attention or a light is drawn to it, then something may happen to it. We're just two guys, sports in black and white, as they say, City Prep Radio. But the point is that if they don't evaluate talent,
absolutely,
they will not. They'll be no better than what they've been, and it's a money making proposition. It's the golden goose down there. Don't give me this crap.
They get to make the golden goose. So how do you evaluate talent here on the prep level? Because now you're dealing with it in a different way. So correlate that for our young preps out there that can understand.
Well, you're looking at. And this is that's why it's such a hard thing to do.
Absolutely.
You're looking at velocity. Mm-hmm. You're looking at, from a position players, you're looking at footwork. You're looking at abilities with their hands, coordination. Mm-hmm. You're looking at spatial awareness. How do they react in space? And how does their body react? Are they quick? Are they fast?
Right.
Are they smart? Do they have room for improvement? Is their bat speed fast? You want somebody who's quick to the ball, short to it, and long through it is what we say.
Absolutely.
Short to the ball. And also you want a frame on a kid, on a body, to have a ceiling that is not their top end as a 19-year-old kid.
Right.
Lots of kids mature, earlier than others.
Absolutely.
And that's the issue. You get guys who, you want a high ceiling for a kid who's a high school player, a prospect.
Right.
And so it's really about, okay, what can this kid bring to the table in relative terms to velocity, to body type, to can they withstand the pounding? Because you're playing 162 games at the big league level. You may play 120. At short season A ball, you may play 80.
Right.
But this short season A ball or 65, you may be just learning how to play the game, and it's not an easy. It's not an easy transition. The problem is, for me, is the Dodgers had done a great job for many, many decades with talent evaluation all across the globe, whether that be in the Far East, like Tokyo, or in Japan, or even in Korea, or even in Venezuela, or in the Dominican, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Absolutely.
The opportunities are always there for them to evaluate talent and to open doors for places that don't actually have open doors. And so the opportunities for our guys for the Rockies to invest in the future, whether that be in South America. Yes, I know that they have academies now, but they didn't, and they've been around 20 years. So there's no excuse to that. Now, I know Jerry McMorris was a great owner on the big league level, and opportunity for him was to get out of it because the Monfort family did not like the way he did business. Ultimately, about winning now and about investing in the future or in the immediate future of the club. So the issues for us as patrons for Rockies games is to say, okay, are we going to be patient? Are we going to spend our hard-earned cash? It's a great place to go watch a game. It's a great environment. We all know that. But I'm not really that gung-ho. I'm paying $8 a beer and dropping 20 for a hot dog and a beer.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, we all do it, but it's a great, like I said, it's a great atmosphere, but they're not worried about me. Right. They're not worried about Joe Six-Pack fan. They're not worried about me. They're worried about more of the corporate buy-in.
With that being said, do you think that's something what makes a lot of kids here in America not really focus on pro baseball as much?
No. The deal is it's about the time and the money. Here's the deal. If you are athletically gifted, we talked about this last week with Alan. If you're athletically gifted and you have the abilities, basketball is the quickest return on your proverbial investment athletically.
Right.
Because you have the athleticism and the skill sets. You're ready to go right away with basketball.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same with football.
I want everybody to know one thing. Don't ever say I didn't let Jeff go on his rant. Don't you dare say it. Yes, we are about prep sports, but I want Jeff to express his feelings here about baseball. It's his time.
We're Beyond the Hype Studios, and I'm going to get loud and crazy right now.
Hey, no, this is about baseball season. It's a lot of things that you can pull from that being a young baseball player. And, even with right now we have lacrosse, we have girls lacrosse, we have girls soccer, track and field. It's going to be some nice sprints. There's going to be some nice meets taking place.
Going crazy.
Oh, what, last week?
Dominating the national stuff.
Oh, yeah, with the cross country?
Yes.
Yeah, they're good in that. I mean, they have a number one kid over there that's, he's pretty good right now.
His name?
Because he won cross country early in fall.
Geber Kidani is his last name, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a good kid right now. But there's a lot of them building up. Everybody's getting ready to build up out there. So I know they're going to enjoy this time. I know lacrosse is actually, I think one real stat that Colorado is actually the number one growing sport in Colorado right now is lacrosse.
Yeah, it's a great.
I want to let everybody.
Done a great job with that.
They have, and they're physical, and everybody has to know lacrosse is a very physical sport. When you step out there, you got to be physical.
Is it so much for the females? They don't.
No,
have the
there's no. It's almost a shadow. It's truly a shadow. I'll tell you one thing: in the men's lacrosse, if you want a shadow like that, you're gonna get 20 hung on you every night.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, you have to be aggressive. I'll tell everybody one thing. I know I've watched the organization grow and develop from kids that had no stick skills whatsoever. Mm-hmm. They were just raw talent. Mm-hmm. They came off. They played football and stuff. City Lax. They practice over at MLK during the week. If you're looking for a great place for kids to play lacrosse, man. You talk about some great coaching.
You talking about the school, MLK?
No, Martin Luther King Rec Center.
Oh, Rec Center, okay.
So this City Lac organization, they developed, they even have a documentary on lacrosse out here. They did a great job over there.
Really?
So, man, physical, though. One thing they did in the youth lacrosse division, when they came, they were just a physical team, and they've won championships from the first year all the way to now.
Just beating people up.
And they don't even have the stick skills for some. Some develop it, they get it, but they play the game physical enough to where if coaches – like in high school, go and look at these kids and they'll see the raw talent. They'll have to keep helping them with the stick, but they have the physicalness that you don't have to teach.
That's good.
Like that's one thing.
That's an innate thing. They just really want to be
absolutely, especially when it comes to defense on lacrosse. When you're playing defense on lacrosse, it's almost like basketball,
right?
But
with a stick.
No, basketball, but the Bulls versus Pistons series.
Oh, you mean back in the day in the late 80s, 90s?
But you can't get real. But you have to be physical. It's like hockey, man. You can't let them.
How about Lane Beer and Dennis Rodman?
Man,
banging on
that's
Bill
you know what I tell my boys every time when they're playing. You know what? Play defense physical. I'd rather you take a penalty than go out there and and to give up a goal. You have to set you have to make your presence felt anyway, so that people know who you are and that they know you can't just run down and score. So it's a great thing watching these young men, watching this sport grow. I mean, I look at it as, being a football player, baseball player, just loving sports and seeing that. It's like, man, this sport is something I would have played as a kid.
Well, the growth potential, I mean, we had lacrosse at Columbine when I went to school down there, and I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
Nothing. But I'll tell you what, those were guys you didn't want to mess with. That whole team, those guys